A young man discovers that demons are not summoned with rituals, but through the internet. And by the time he understands what's happening, he's already part of a war he never knew existed. This is the story of a man who thought he was just another nobody, until he finds out his bloodline was meant to fight something far darker than he could ever imagine. The story begins with a man who lives a simple, uneventful life. He's awkward, directionless, and constantly trying to figure out where he belongs. He works a normal job, spends most of his time alone, and struggles to connect with people around him. To everyone else, he's just another face in the crowd. But deep down, something about him feels different. He just doesn't know why. One night, everything begins to change. While going about his usual routine, the man witnesses something strange. A woman is being chased through the streets, terrified, as if something unseen is hunting her. At first, it looks like a normal crime, until something impossible happens. The woman suddenly convulses, and her body twists unnaturally. Her eyes go dark, and in an instant, she's no longer herself. The man watches in horror as something takes control of her. Something invisible, something unnatural. Before he can react, a group of strangers appears out of nowhere. They don't hesitate, they attack her. What follows is violent, chaotic, and impossible to understand. The strangers use strange weapons and technology, fighting like they've done this many times before. Within moments, the woman collapses, lifeless. Silence returns. The man is frozen. Nothing about what he just saw makes sense. But before he can even process it, one of the strangers notices him, and everything changes. The group surrounds him, studying him closely. Among them is a woman, calm, focused, and clearly in control. She looks at him like she recognizes something. Not his face, but something deeper. Without explaining much, they take him with them. At first, the man resists. He demands answers. But the more he pushes, the more it becomes clear. These people aren't ordinary. They bring him to a hidden location, away from the public eye. There they finally begin to explain. The world he thought he knew isn't real. Demons exist, and they don't come from rituals or ancient spells. They come through technology, through signals, through the digital world. The group calls themselves hunters, people trained to detect and eliminate these entities before they spread. The possessed woman he saw earlier wasn't just a victim. She was a gateway. And the thing inside her, it wasn't human. The man struggles to believe any of this. It sounds insane, impossible. But then they show him proof. Devices that detect energy, footage of possessions, records of attacks, all hidden from the public, all real. And then comes the part that changes everything. The woman in charge tells him that he's not here by accident. He was found, tracked, because of what he is. At first, he laughs it off, but her expression doesn't change. She tells him the truth. He is the son of a powerful hunter, someone who once stood at the center of this hidden war, someone who died fighting it, and now that legacy has passed to him. The man is overwhelmed. His entire life suddenly feels like a lie. Everything he thought he knew about himself, gone. But before he can even process it, they test him. They expose him to a controlled signal. At first, nothing happens. Then suddenly, something reacts. The devices around him spike. Energy surges. And for a brief moment, something inside him responds. The room goes silent. The hunters exchange looks. Because what they just saw confirms their fears. He's not just connected to this world, he's important to it. The woman explains that his bloodline gives him a unique ability. He can sense, track, and even interact with these entities in ways others can't. But that also makes him a target, because there's something else out there. Something stronger. Something leading the demons, and it's looking for him. Reluctantly, the man is pulled deeper into this hidden war. He begins training with the group, learning how to fight, how to detect signals, how to survive. It's not easy. He struggles, fails, questions everything. But slowly, he starts to change. The awkward, lost man begins to disappear, and something stronger takes his place. At the same time, the threat grows. Across the city, more possessions begin to occur. People acting strangely, technology behaving unpredictably, signals increasing in intensity. It's spreading, fast. The hunters realize that this isn't random. Someone is controlling it, someone powerful, and they're getting closer. During one mission, everything goes wrong. The team tracks a signal to an abandoned building. At first, it seems like a routine operation, but as they move in, the atmosphere feels wrong. Too quiet, too still. And then suddenly, as the attack begins, multiple entities appear at once, far more aggressive than anything they've faced before. The fight is brutal, chaotic. The team is pushed to their limits, and in the middle of it, the man freezes, overwhelmed by fear, doubt, confusion. For a moment, he's useless, until something inside him snaps. A surge of energy flows through him, stronger than before. He reacts instinctively, doing something none of them expected. He fights back, and for the first time, he wins. After the mission, everything changes. The hunters begin to see him differently, not as a burden, but as a weapon. But the woman leading the group remains cautious, because power like that always comes with a cost, and she's seen what happens when it goes too far. As the story unfolds, the man grows closer to the group, especially the woman who first brought him in. There's tension between them, trust mixed with uncertainty, connection mixed with fear. She knows he's important, but she also knows he might become dangerous. Meanwhile, the true enemy finally reveals itself, a powerful entity hidden behind layers of digital networks, manipulating everything from the shadows. It doesn't just possess people, it controls systems, spreads through data, and evolves with every interaction. And its goal is clear: find the man, use him, or destroy him. As the final act approaches, the hunters prepare for one last mission. They locate the source of the signal, a central hub where everything is being controlled. It's heavily protected, dangerous, possibly a trap, but they have no choice. If they don't stop it now, it will spread beyond control. The mission begins. When they infiltrate the location, facing wave after wave of resistance, the closer they get to the core, the stronger the entities become. Reality itself starts to distort. Technology malfunctions. The line between digital and physical begins to blur. And then they find it, the source. But it's not what they expected. The entity isn't just a program, it's aware, intelligent, and waiting. It speaks to the man directly, offering him something he's always wanted: purpose, power, belonging. It tells him that he doesn't have to fight anymore, that he can become something greater. For a moment, he hesitates, because deep down, part of him wants it. But then he remembers everything: the people who trusted him, the lives at stake, the truth, and he makes his choice. He refuses. What follows is the final battle, intense, emotional. When everything on the line, the man pushes himself beyond his limits, using everything he's learned. The team fights alongside him, barely holding the line. In the end, it comes down to him and the entity, a final confrontation between control and free will. And somehow, he wins. The system collapses, the signal disappears. Silence. The threat is gone. For now. After everything, the man is no longer the same. He's stronger, more focused, and finally understands his place in the world. But the war isn't over. It never is. Because somewhere, in the endless digital space, something might still be watching, waiting, learning. A man who found his purpose in the middle of chaos. A hidden war between technology and darkness. And a fight that may never truly end. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Recapory Stories for more dark and suspenseful movie recaps.